super chat. Shout out to 2Block. I see you, 2Block, with the $5 super chat. Thanks for getting here early and getting things started. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this bullshit. Y'all know me. Y'all know that I'm not the type of guy to talk about race and blame race and make excuses. I'm not an excuse guy, right? But looking at this trial, nothing about this trial was fair. A young man got railroaded. Young man, life has been turned upside down due to the poor impulse control of another teen who lost his life. I got to be real here. Because everybody's trying to talk about how Karmelo's parents should have raised him better. He was a straight A student. He wasn't a criminal. Like, what are you talking about? Poor impulse control was Austin Metcalf and his brother trying to start a physical altercation with Karmelo. But nobody wants to talk about that. So we're going to talk about this. This was kind of planned. I had another topic I was going to speak on, but I guess I'll speak on this. Shout out to First Op with the gift. He sent a gold coin for 10 jewels. Appreciate that. He also sent sparkles for 2 jewels. Shout out to you, man. This was a very rushed trial. First Op sent 100 for 2 jewels. Appreciate that, man. An all-white jury is crazy, but apparently that is a very affluent area, predominantly white, I think middle to upper middle class area. And according to what the reporter said, the judge there, or, people are sentenced very harshly in that county. Sadly, Karmelo blew through that. I was wondering, 92 Dolo, I was wondering about the lawyer. I'm like, why didn't they get a better lawyer? They should have got Travis Rudolph's lawyer. No, Travis, former wide receiver, Florida State. He was in like a stand your ground case. Now, this was in Florida, but still, he had very good representation. And he was on trial. Because I think one of those guys or 2 of them may have lost their lives, right? They lost their lives, I remember. Right? Salute to First Op again for sending in jewels. Thank you, man. They said that he was offered a plea deal. I don't know what the plea deal was, right? But at the end of the day, he was overcharged. And I put it on Twitter. Before I went live, I said, I believe that he's going to win on appeal due to him being overcharged. Let me shout out the people there before I get started. Let's see who's here. Sigma, Prime VA, Dutch, 2Block, Sherelle, Alex, Free My Grandma, E-Will, Goddess, Nave, XL Pro 92 Dolo, First Op, Boss Lady was good. Stephen B. He was overcharged, and this is going to get turned over on appeal. So white people, all you listen, I'm going to call you white supremacists because y'all are getting on Twitter saying disgusting things, and you have this whole time. You haven't been impartial not once. You don't give a damn about Austin Metcalf's family. You just care about winning. Because you're such losers. You're such losers. You get online and look for wins. It's not going to stop white people from killing each other. There's still going to be white on white crime. What are you going to do about that, Elon Musk? How are you going to stop white people from taking the lives of other white people? Because that's still going to happen, by the way. I see horrific stories all the time, but y'all want to focus on black people. Dut Reacts was good. This is not going to stand up when they appeal it under no circumstances. White people really are embarrassing themselves. Not all of y'all, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The so-called conservatives, the incest-loving, Trump-supporting, Jew-hating, alt-righters who love to attack black people when you don't even live around black people, you don't interact mostly with black people. Y'all. Yeah, and listen, let me tell you something. Black people, you better continue to defend yourself at all times because they want you to be afraid and intimidated. But listen, man, black Americans are built different. We've had to live around white people for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Well, we was enslaved, but for the last 100, over 100 so amount of years, we've had to coexist, especially if you're from the South, like I'm in. We coexist with nothing but white people and some Mexicans, but mainly white people. We still not going to be intimidated. And if you fuck with us, you're going to find out. We have a right to defend ourselves. If Kyle Rittenhouse have a right to defend himself, then Karmelo Anthony had a right to defend himself. Again, make sure y'all like the stream. Brogu was good. Darkman was good. We have every right to defend, and we're going to continue to defend ourselves. Listen, you fuck around, you're going to find out. Look at what happened with the Rick Child situation. You talk about a mess that happened right here, not right here, but in the state of South Carolina. He was allowed to chase and gun down a teenage boy who they claim was stealing. So he has a right to do that. That's standing your ground. But Karmelo Anthony, he was raised wrong, even though he was a straight A student. Wasn't in trouble. You got Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder is allowed to antagonize black people, but he wasn't raised wrong. He shouldn't have to keep his hands to himself. You see how things are? White people, there's a set of, and again, I've never been the type to bring race in the situation to make excuses, but this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. This is absolutely unacceptable. Again, make sure y'all get the likes up. Make sure y'all like the stream. Also, make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm also on Rumble. I'm on Kick. Twitch as well. I want people to understand this. Kyle Rittenhouse, didn't he? Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he take the lives of 2 people and still was allowed to not go to jail? So he was allowed to take the lives of 2 people and not go to prison because they said he was standing his ground. It was self-defense. But Chastity, this happened in Dallas, I believe. Frisco, Texas. I believe that's near Dallas, right? It's like, it's like an affluent area of Dallas. So Kyle Rittenhouse is able to claim self-defense, and he took people's lives. Let's go to Rick Chow. Y'all let me know in the comment section, was Rick Chow justified in taking the life of that young man? Since y'all say that the Rittenhouse situation is different, even though Kyle Rittenhouse was being attacked just like Karmelo was Rick Chow justified in what he did? I don't know how you can be running and then turning around to shoot, running, Shouldn't you go back to your store? The trial judge knew the Metcalf twins' father. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he did. This was a joke. This trial was a joke. That's why it's going to get turned over. That's why I say all that celebrating is just very short term and brief, because it's going to get turned over. I've seen more open shut cases get overturned. People who actually did crimes and get their cases overturned or do the technicalities. But this ain't no technicality. This is just a rushed trial for the sake of rushing it. And all non-black jury, because people say there was people of color on the jury. It's an all non-black jury that deliberated for 2 hours. 2 hours. Listen, when they said 2 hours of deliberation, I just knew it wasn't going to go in his favor. It just wasn't. It wasn't going to go in his favor. Absolutely wasn't. I think that the people celebrating this want to get a win because they're weak and they have no power outside of social media. They blame the Jews for everything. But instead of looking at their own lives, they blame everybody else.
In white America, self-defense mean they can do it to others but not you.
Uh-huh.
Plus, white America been mad ever since OJ beat his
right,
case.
But yeah, listen, OJ just they've been on a war path since OJ. Like every case where there's like a black defendant in a case where a white person lost their life, that OJ is going to be compared to it. It is. And it's been happening ever since then. But it's very clear to me that Karmelo Anthony did not have good representation at all. Shout out to First Op again. That representation was not very good. Was not very good. Very clear to see. Austin Metcalf initiated the altercation. He, to me, is the first person we need to blame for it. I know y'all don't want to hear this. It's just like if a person gets into it with somebody, puts his hands on that person retaliates. Are you going to get mad at the person who was antagonized or the antagonizer? People are mad at the person being antagonized. You're mad at the person that defended himself against a group of people that didn't want him in that particular area. People are going to say, well, he should have fought with his fists. What if he would have lost his life? Have you thought about that? What if he would have lost his life? You don't know how this thing would have escalated. We've seen people get into brawls, get jumped, end up losing their life. But nobody wants to talk about that.
It was rushed because Karmelo didn't have much of a defense. He stabbed someone in the heart and you think he was overcharged?
Yes.
His witnesses were testifying against him. The grifters made money.
Well, I'm not a grifter because I haven't made not one video on Karmelo. So if you're saying I'm a grifter, I'm not a grifter. I'm not a grifter. Go listen to the legal experts. Y'all talking about the witnesses, but from my understanding, because they didn't allow too many people to document the trial, but the defense was debunking those witnesses, making those witnesses look like complete fools. So what are you talking about? We appreciate the super chat. Those witnesses got debunked. And where's that video y'all claim was out there that was going to prove Karmelo was the antagonizer? I still ain't seen the video. Y'all claim there was a video. Where's the video? Y'all claim there was a video. We still ain't seen the video. So just because somebody's sitting in a place you don't want them, that gives you the right to antagonize them? Listen. When Charlie Kirk lost his life, right? I was one of the main people to say, I didn't agree with what he said, but I'm not going to celebrate his death, right? So I'm coming at this as impartial as I possibly can be. This is not emotion. This is looking at everything from the way it is. Austin Metcalf was the aggressor and the people with them. Karmelo didn't go there to antagonize, to attack, to harm people. Even there was a white person, and I saw it on this news report. One of the people who was supporting Austin Metcalf said outside that courtroom that he didn't think Karmelo went there with the purpose to antagonize or hurt anybody. Now, this is a white man who is supporting Austin Metcalf and his family. He said he didn't feel like Karmelo went there to harm anybody. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. He didn't go there with the purpose to harm anybody. And that's what one of Austin Metcalf's supporters said. If you wanted to charge him with manslaughter, it is what it is. The thing that I disagree with is that he be charged with first-degree murder. This is not a first-degree murder case. I don't care what y'all say. This is not a first-degree murder case, and it will be turned over on appeal, and I'm going to come right back here, and I'm going to tell you that I was right. I'm going to tell you that I was right. If you want to say, well, it's manslaughter, it is what it is. Austin Metcalf lost his life. Karmelo took his life in defense of himself. They want to say it's a manslaughter charge. It's a manslaughter charge. But it's not a murder one charge. It's just not. It's not a murder one charge. Jay, one of the police officer held up a poster marked White Lives Matter. Of course. What's good, Charm? What's good, Jean Marie? It's going to get overturned. What are you going to say when it gets overturned? Okay, Rich, then why did he keep touching him? He had no right to touch him in the first place. What are you talking about? I can't go around touching people.
The prosecution were able to get his witnesses to testify that Karmelo was the aggressor and was in the wrong.
Well, again, from what I didn't see the trial because they kept the media out of there. But from what I gather, those witnesses weren't very reliable. From what I gather. Now, maybe the jury thought they were reliable, which is fine. It's up to them. But from what I heard, it wasn't. Go to sleep. No, you can get out my chat room. You can go to sleep. You can go to sleep outside my chat room. Fucking idiot. I'll let you disagree with me, but you're not gonna talk shit to me. Y'all, I've been and told y'all that. And you're a subscriber. You're a subscriber. I'm dumb and I don't understand premeditation, then you can go too. Y'all weren't saying this when Kyle Rittenhouse got off for shooting 2 people. Those witnesses were all friends of Metcalf and they kept mixing up their stories. But you got these bozos in here trying to play defense. Talking about you're surprised I have this take. I'm not conservative. Why would you be surprised? I'm not white and I'm not a conservative. I don't hate black people. Why would you be surprised that I have that take? I don't hate black people. I don't find any reason to fault black people for everything like white people do now. Because they're afraid to take on the Jews, so they want to attack black people. Let's be real. Let's be real. You're too afraid to take on the people who have you by the nuts, so you want to attack black people to feel like you have some sort of control. You have no control. Your women are in control of you. Now, again, I'm looking at this situation for what it is. I'm looking at it in its entirety. I'm looking at it from a point of he didn't go there to antagonize, get into any type of altercation with anybody. He had every right to be there. And Austin Metcalf didn't have any right to put his hands on, like, it just so I can just go out in public and put my hands on people. And if they do something, it's their fault. You know how stupid that sounds? So I can go around harassing people. And if they do something, they're the problem. They need to be raised right. Yeah, press the like button. Kyle Rittenhouse crossed state lines with a weapon, which is illegal. And he shot 2 people. It don't matter what you think of the 2 people, but he did that and still did not go to prison. Yeah, it just, to me, I have said this from day one. Keep your hands to yourself. Why is that so hard? Why is it so hard for people to keep their hands to themselves? I don't go around putting my hands on people. So I could just walk around here. So what some of you are saying is I could walk around here and just put my hands on people, and if they use violence with a weapon, they are to blame. Is that what y'all saying? No matter what I said, no matter what I did, it's their fault. I can blame them. Do y'all see how stupid that sounds? I can blame the other person for what I did. Maybe we all should do that. Maybe we all should go around harassing people, and if they use violence as far as a weapon to retaliate, it's their fault. Y'all see how that just doesn't make any sense? So I'm telling you right now, and I know some of you don't want to hear this. If Austin Metcalf was black, I honestly think that was black and didn't have like connections, as people are saying that the family has connections to this trial judge. Karmelo probably would have been found not guilty. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a chance, Sergeant Waters. He didn't have a chance at all. This thing went by so quick. Like, oh, it's a trial? And oh, they have a verdict? You know what I'm saying? It went by so fast. I just think that Karmelo did not have proper legal defense because he did not have good lawyers. If y'all saying he had a bad legal defense, look at the legal team he had. If you do a crime, because I've seen, look at Diddy. Diddy should probably be in prison for about 20, 30 years if he had weak representation. But because he had strong representation, he only got a couple of years. Because the government went after him with everything that they had. And Diddy only got like a couple of years because he had a great legal team, elite legal team. Austin should not have put his hand, him and the people with him should not have went over there and antagonized some, because they shouldn't have antagonized them. I don't know why that's so hard for y'all. I've told y'all, keep your hands to yourself, because the way people respond is the way they respond. I don't know why people don't understand this. I don't know why that's so hard to come. I've been telling y'all this for how long? Keep your hands to yourself. Even before this whole thing. Keep your hands to yourself. Why is that so hard? Well, listen, you can't go around pushing people. Why do you think you have the right to go around pushing people? You don't have the right to go around pushing people because the other person ain't going for that. I've told y'all this for years. Keep your hands to yourself. And I'm still going to stick by that. I'm not changing my stance. Keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, Sergeant Waters, it was a complete money grab. And I watched the news report where they said that when the lawyer came back into the courtroom, he saw when the lawyer found out that they had a verdict in 2 hours. He walked back into the courtroom. He had Karmelo, his arm around Karmelo. He had his head on Carmelo's head, trying to console him and let him know of this process. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Can I harm someone if they step on my Jordans? The GoFundMe money for Karmelo should have bought him better lawyers. The grifters took that money.
what grifters? What is talking about his family? Are you calling his family grifters? Let me tell you something. I've seen people get their whole ass whooped and almost killed over. Matter of fact, I've heard of stories of people getting killed over Jordans. So yep. I've heard a story of a guy stepping on a dude's Jordans and losing his life. So yes, I've heard that before. I bet you he didn't get life or get murder one. I don't know what happened to the GoFundMe money. But that lawyer, when I seen that lawyer, I'm like, oh my God, is this a public defender? But like, what grifters are y'all talking about? Yeah, Chuba's donating. That's why I'm tolerating him. Because to me, I think it's clear that you have the right to put your hands on people and they can't do nothing with fight. What if he did? What if he does fight back and Austin still loses his life? I've seen people get into fights and still people get killed in a fight. No weapons, just a straight up beatdown, and they still lose their life. Then what? I done told y'all that y'all told me. Y'all had to check me and say, Jay, you can't tell people how to respond. You know what I'm saying? After the Charlie Kirk thing, people say, Jay, you can't tell people how to respond. And I'm like, okay. So I stopped telling people how to respond. Y'all say, Jay, stop telling people how to respond. I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna tell people how to respond no more. Y'all respond how y'all want to respond. I'm not gonna tell you how to respond. The family has an advocate who gives major grifter vibes. See, that's the trap that black families fall into. They be trusting these people who are nothing more. They're operatives, they're money operatives, they're ambulance chasers. That's why these families should keep these people at a distance. Now they do have a guy who speaks for them, and he's now I forgot his name. What is his name? He was speaking outside the courthouse. What is his name? The brother, he was speaking outside the courthouse. He said that he's already starting a defense fund, and he's putting $10,000. His organization is putting $10,000 into it. You know, I just think the whole thing was a shit show. To be honest with you, when I seen that lawyer, I'm like, oh my God. It's a wrap. When I seen that lawyer, when I heard about the all-white jury and I seen that defense lawyer, I said, it's a wrap. It's over. Listen, if I am Karmelo Anthony's family, first of all, get the people who ain't helping you or from away from you, get them away from you, and get an actual legal team that's going to do research, that's going to fight, that's going to help get Karmelo off on appeal, because that's the next process. That's the next process. And get away from people that ain't helping. Because I'm telling you right now, those people probably already gone by now. You know, they already gone by now. Because there's nothing else to do now. But the real people are going to stick by them, and the real people are going to be there to make sure that the family is helped. But again, you have to weed those people out and get you another lawyer. I don't know, like, where did you get this guy from? The money should have Dominique Alexander, right? He was the guy that was speaking outside of the courtroom for the family, quote unquote. But he needs to go. Shit, he need to go get Cosby lawyer. He need to go get Cosby lawyer. He need to get Cosby lawyer, and he need to go get Travis Rudolph's lawyer. His legal team down there in Florida. Like, don't just pick anybody just because they're willing to work for free. Like, no, you're gonna have to put some money into it. That's why you got to go out there and get people to, people that really care. Like, if there's people that actually care, they'll support that. Have them call old boy up from Manning, South Carolina. He got people off in Florence, Columbia, the beach, and all over SC. Okay. They need to do that, definitely. And where does Dominique guy come from? I've never heard of him. Is he somebody that's from Texas, like that's known in the Texas area? Because I've never heard of him. I'm surprised I didn't see Quanell X. Where is he at? and that lady. Where they at? Where's Quanell X at? Quanell X, they need you up here. What's that lady name? It's a doctor something. What's her name? Doctor. It's a doctor. What's her name? Doctor. I don't see her name. What is that lady that be wearing the hat, the cowboy hat? She be with Quanell X. Yeah, Candace Matthews, right? Candace Matthews. Where's Quanell X and Candace Matthews? What's good, Shot Socks? Kenny King was good. Kathy, what's up? When I seen that lawyer, I'm like, where y'all get this guy from? Listen, what's next up for them? Yeah, Candace Matthews, right. What's good, Brent? The next thing up for the family, go get you a better legal team. Not lawyer, get you a legal team. Get rid of the people around you that are just leeching off of you and your family. Don't have nobody put no type of GoFundMe's in their name or y'all name. No. Right? If you got to handle this process by yourself, do it. Because the people going to come like leeches, but I mean, he's been found guilty, so there's not much they can do at this point. That's why I say the family got to start over, and they have to get a different legal team, and also, if they're getting donations, that money needs to go directly to the legal team, no place else. You know what I'm saying? Alex Spiro, that man. You got to pay that man a couple of bags. You know what I'm saying? Alex Spiro, he ain't going to do no pro bono. He ain't going to do no more pro bono. Dominique Alexander is a known woman-abusing scam artist pastor that's known for getting involved in stuff like this, taking money, then disappearing. This is why I tell you the family needs to get these people away from them. Like, he's standing outside that courthouse like he a part of the family. So I didn't know the guy. I'm telling you, I did not know this Dominique guy. And I'm like, he talking like he for the family, but he's a family advocate. I'm like, bruh, you better put them resources together and get a legal team. That's what they need to do. Don't put all your faith and trust in just one guy who y'all barely know. Go get competent people, like competent legal team, and go from there. That's all you can do at this point. All you can do at this point is get a good legal team and move forward on an appeal. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Deshaun Watson lawyer. Oh, he called man. Speaking of bags, that's he's old Texas lawyer. You know, he represent black people if you got some money. Keep in mind, Diddy was paying millions for his legal team and still got 2 to 3 years. Right. You know what's crazy? If he would have gotten like manslaughter or even second degree murder, he may not even be able to get off on appeal. But because it was first degree murder, and there was really no other charges besides that, that is their angle to get him out on appeal. And then you have the however time served, he'll be in there. So just get your affairs in order. That's what I would tell the family. You know, get your affairs in order and move on from there. to see what can be done, you know. Yeah, but anybody trying to grift off the family name, get them away from you. All they're gonna do is take up resources from you. They do cost a lot of money, Big JL. That's why I say he should have got the lawyers for Travis Rudolph. Travis Rudolph ain't a rich man. Yes, he played college football. I believe he might have played a little bit in the NFL. I think he was going to be trying out for the Canadian Football League. I don't know if he's still there, but I don't think he had money. But his legal team did a really good job. You know, he had a situation of a stand your ground case. I don't think he had money like that. But they did a really good job being able to prove or get him, you know, cleared of charges. But it's different states. You know, Texas, especially in the area of Texas that he is in, and Florida and some of these other states are different. Salute to everybody that's here. I think they're still working on sentencing. They haven't sentenced him yet. I think they're working on that. That's the only thing that hasn't happened yet is the sentencing portion of it, which should happen probably soon. But the family got to get their legal affairs in order. Then they can move on. But they got to get that. They have to get a solid legal team together, or a lawyer. They can't afford a team before they can move forward. Do not move forward with this same lawyer. I'm telling you right now. Do not move forward with this same lawyer. Because if you do, he's going to stay in jail. Like, very low effort. Listen, I've seen cases where people who clearly took somebody's life, there's so much evidence, witness testimony, and they still get found not guilty. Or they get a very small, lesser charge. And there's clear evidence that the person is guilty. But because they had a good legal defense, they were able to get off. And these people are, and I'm not talking about rich people. I'm not talking about celebrities. I'm talking about people are able, I don't know how, but they were able to get good lawyers who are able to pick apart the prosecution's case and put reasonable doubt in the jury.
Not self-defense. Why did he even have a knife?
A lot of people in Texas and other places have knives. I used to go to high school. Plenty of people had knives. A lot of the white kids that I went to high school with had knives. What are you talking about? A lot of people have pocket knives. What are you talking about? It was a tiny knife. It was a tiny knife. It wasn't like it wasn't like some huge blade. You know how many people walk around with pocket knives? What are you talking about? Y'all act like he was walking around with a gun. He's walking around with a small pocket knife. Who doesn't have a pocket knife? Like, what are you talking about? I see people walking around with guns on their hip. Why do they have a gun on their hip? They're not a police officer, but they walk around with a gun on their hip. Yes, they do. I've seen people. I've seen people walk around with knives. I've been at places. I've seen people take knives out their pocket and open things. What are you talking about? People have knives all the time. Right, man. The man said he had a box cutter when he was in high school. Like he was in school. What are you talking about? People have knives. Y'all being naive and disingenuous, man. Like, come on, man. Being very disingenuous. That's why you can't have these conversations with these people. But like I said before, enjoy your small win because he's going to get out on appeal. This is not going to stick. It just really isn't. You are so pro-black that you would defend somebody. You are an idiot. You know that you're subscribed to me, and you're an idiot. I have failed because I have idiots subscribed to me like you. I'm pro-black. When have I ever been pro-black? I make fun of pro-blacks. This is how I know you're new here. This is how I know you're new here. I've been making fun of pro-blacks. I have made fun of Umar Johnson and others who are pro-black. You must be new here. You must be new here. Or been subscribed and you've been ghost. Just sitting around subscribed to a channel you don't watch. I've never called myself pro-black. I even said that people shouldn't celebrate what happened to Charlie Kirk. Where the fuck was you at? Just in here mad because I don't agree with you? So you're in my chat mad because I don't agree with you? I don't agree with this verdict. He shouldn't have went to jail, went to prison for first-degree murder. This is not a first-degree murder case. It's not a first-degree murder case. It doesn't make me pro-black. That's how I know that you're either a ghost follower or you just being stupid, being naive. I can take his side because right is right and wrong is wrong. And if that bothers you, why are you here? You're subscribed to me. You understand that, right? You're here because you're subscribed to me. You're a subscriber. You're a subscriber. So if I was pro-black and it bothered you, why did you subscribe here? Because you can't comment unless you're a subscriber. Do y'all see how these people are? They're mad because you don't. You thought I was pro-white? You thought I was a conservative? Is that what you thought? I've never said I was conservative. I've never said that I was pro-black or conservative or any of that. I said I was red-pilled. That's what I said. It's the only time I've ever labeled myself. The mother spent lawyer donations on weave and hair glue instead of a decent lawyer, although he had a little to work with. I mean, that's your opinion. I don't know what she did with the money. We don't know what happened with the money. You know what's funny? Is that you're calling me pro-black. But you are the same people that will donate money to Chud the Builder. Y'all are donating money to a guy who antagonizes black people for a living. But then you want to come to me and say I'm pro-black. Well, you're supporting Chud because of what? Because he's white, right? You're supporting Chud because he's white, right? And then you complain about the price of milk and the economy and blah, 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 blah. But meanwhile, you will give money to a degenerate who shot himself. You'll give money to a degenerate that shot himself, but then you'll complain about the economy. You'll talk about, oh, we don't want any more wars. You'll complain about Jews. Chud shot somebody. Chud shot somebody. And he's going to pay for it. And he's lucky he didn't lose his life in the process. Because that black man had every right to end his life. Turn his TV off. Jay, you heard about the dirty ATL? I made a video about that, Lewis. I made a video on that judge. It's on my Basic Social Politics channel. I made a video about her. The horny Atlanta judge. The horny Atlanta judge. And listen, Ked, being racist in my chat gives you no points. It just makes you look like a bozo. You can learn to act out of my chat. Now go play with yourself in your basement. All right. Chud is in jail and he ain't getting out no time soon. You can go donate more money to him. And by the way, the $2 you donated to me is peanuts. It's nothing. It just shows how broke you are. Come back in the chat and donate more money and I'll let you stay in here. How you gonna come in here and talk shit and you donating $2? Like at least donate like 20, like 50 if you gonna talk shit and try to be low key, being racist. I don't care. I can talk about your people just like you talk about mine. I can make jokes about white people all day long. I can make so many jokes about white people. That's why I say I'm definitely equal opportunist when it comes to racism, and I will say a lot of shit you ain't gonna like. See, it's all fun and games until you start calling out the incest, the fact they can't stay in the sun very long or they're gonna burn up, the fact that they descended from cavemen. I can go on and on. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me where your lineage is, and I'll have jokes for days. Yeah, it's funny to see these same people donate to Chubb, but they complain about the economy. Why do you care about the economy? You can give money to this bum, this loser, this closeted gay man who's hiding his sexuality. So he has to go out. He has to go in the world and try to prove his manhood by trying to attack black men. So he has to prove his manhood by attacking black men. That's his life right now. He has to try to build that manhood that he lost years ago. And that's who you support. Yeah, and that's why I say you fuck around, you're going to find out. And that's what happened with Austin Metcalf. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I done told y'all, keep your hands to yourself. If you don't put your hands on people, then you won't have to deal with that, what the ramifications of what that person can do to you. Thoughts about trajectories. I think Trump is not doing a very good job. I think Trump, the things that he ran on, he's not doing those things. And that's why we're in two wars currently that we're supposed to not be in. Kidnapping a country's president. I mean, it's and the economy is continued to fall apart. That's not me being pro-black. That's me being an American. That's me being an American. It's funny how you say I'm pro-black, but you support Chud because he's white. Because he's a white gay man. You support him. Happy Pride Month, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking with people, man. I done told y'all. I told y'all this for years. Stop putting your hands on people, man. You won't have to deal with these problems if you stop putting your hands on people. Donating $2 and talking shit. You broke. You in my chat broke talking shit. Send them $2 to Chud. He needs it more than me. No, you ask you need the money. Keep the $2. You in your basement. Ain't got nothing going on. Ain't got no job. Mad at the world. Mad at black people because they're screwing all the white women. And you just can't take it anymore, right? Just can't take it anymore. Black men are just screwing all the white women and you just can't take it anymore. Well, they're choosing. What do you expect? White women are choosing. They're choosing the brothers. What are we supposed to do? They're choosing the brothers. You aren't getting the job done. You ain't getting the job done. So they coming to black men and you're mad about that. You're big mad. You're angry. You're angry about that. Well, let me tell you something, bro. It's been like that for a long time, decades, okay? Some of your parents were dealing with brothers, but she's not going to tell you the world to anybody. And that's why y'all are big mad. Salute to everybody that's here. Yo, I've had to cleanse my channel, man. I've been wondering why I've had so many ghost watchers. People who I and by the way, the people I've had to kick out my chat, I have to give them their purses and send them on a long ride, is because I've never seen them in my chat before. I've never seen them in my chat before. So you're not gonna just come into my chat after being subscribed all this time and just talk shit. No, you're gonna get out of here. Go back to being a ghost watcher. How about that? Go back to being a ghost watcher. You know? But like coming in here trying to talk shit when we trying to talk about this case is crazy. Shout out to Alexander McDonough.
Pray for our young brother. Crown. Black people, do not let this verdict encourage you to be defensively towards these cowards. No one is surprised by the outcome.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, appreciate that. Let me tell y'all something. I don't have issues with white people. Let me make that clear. All right. I have no issues with white people, but I have issues with people trying to be bullies. You see what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in a situation where you're feeling like your life is in danger, you have every right to protect yourself. But be defensive. Why? Because the majority of white people that you come across are not going to be trying to attack you or do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just, teenagers thinking that they could, intimidate another one and put hands on another one, and the situation went very bad. Okay, Royal Palms, I appreciate that. That's a good comment. Because that's the thing, like if you're a ghost watcher, be a ghost watcher. But if you're being a ghost watcher and you want to come in here and talk crazy to the host of the show, you will be shown the door because you're not that important. You can be replaced as a subscriber. So, but people gonna think what they want to think. Listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm entitled to mine. You're entitled to yours. But you're not gonna try to disrespect me because I have an opinion. I'm not disrespecting you because you have an opinion, as long as you don't talk crazy to me as the host of the show. That's the thing I ask. That's what I ask. But this was self-defense. People can get mad all they want to. As a defender of Austin Metcalf said outside that courtroom, Karmelo didn't go there to hurt anybody. That's what he said. Go argue with him. He said he didn't go there with the intention to harm anybody. And we need to be able to keep that same energy to say he didn't go there to attack anybody. Somebody saying, why did he have a pocket knife? A lot of people have pocket knives. I agree, D Wood. Like, no, you don't tolerate disrespect or bullying. You don't have the right to bully and harass somebody just cause. Like, come on, like. How long have I been live? I've been live for over an hour. Shout out to y'all. I just wanted to speak on this. They haven't gotten to the sentencing part yet that I see. I've been kind of waiting to see if there'll be any type of sentencing, but I guess we may not know today. We may know tomorrow. You may know tomorrow. Yo, why is Tariq Nasheed trending, man? Yo, why is Tariq Nasheed trending? Yeah, why is Tariq trending, man? What's up, enlightened hunter? I'm a ghost watcher only because I'm on the road. That's fine. Listen, if you're a ghost watcher, this is not y'all, okay? If you're somebody that watch but you don't really type in the chat or even comment, this is what I said is not about you, okay? I'm speaking on the people who ghost watch, and then the only time you see them is when they want to talk crazy to the host, which is me. It's like I've never seen you before. You know what I'm saying? So if you ghost watch, I mean, I ain't got no problem with that. But it's the people that do that, and then the only time you see them is when they have something negative to say about you as the host. You know what I'm saying? That's mainly of what is, and I'm speaking about is that, you know. But I know I'm right. Listen, we're gonna have this conversation, and probably, I don't know, down the road we're gonna revisit this. And I'm going to be proven right. I'm going to be proven right. So, you know, just coming at me and saying things, it's like, well, I'm just going to come back and just say I told y'all so. So you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Salute to everybody that's here. Moderators, channel members. Also, make sure that y'all subscribe to all the socials. It's in the description box. Just so y'all can stay up to date on the content and everything. You know what I'm saying? But this case was just very weird from the start. Everything about it was just very weird. Just very weird. There's nothing about this was done, I feel like, in good faith at all. And also what it's going to do is going to bring more attention to that area, because now people are going to zero in on that area, and you're going to start to see people go there and investigate and try to dig up things. Because I saw the news report where one of the reporters talked about how the area is very, he said the area was very conservative, affluent, conservative, and they are known for heavy-handed sentencing. That's what he said. I don't know if that's true, but people are going to start to dig down there. Jaquan says, I'm a young black man. I agree with Karmelo being guilty. Austin, don't put his on him. So many people, include black people, said Karmelo was wrong. And this just saying, brother. Well, I seen some black, and listen, those black people are entitled to think, see, those are the get along black people. They want to get along. They don't want any problems. Black crime is bad, even though I don't, I live basically in the middle of the city. I don't deal with a lot of crime. Even living close to the middle of the city, I don't see a lot of crime. People walk out here all day, no crime. I just think you have a lot of black people that want to get along. They don't want to have these conversations about race, except for if it benefits them. They just want everything. They just want everything to be peaceful. They don't want to have these conversations. They don't want to think about race being a problem in 2026, right? So they're going to chastise young Karmelo, right? They're going to say he needs to be raised better, even though he was a straight A student. He was not a troublemaker. He wasn't a gangbanger. It's different if he was a gangbanger, right? He was a gangbanger or he was a troublemaker. He wasn't that. Those stereotypes did not apply to Karmelo at all. But the black on black crime, it's like, bro, you know how many white people I see in mug shots, in news reports every day? Then that's just locally. Crime happens everywhere. It's not just black people. Look at the incarceration numbers. Crime happens in every community. Black people aren't the only people committing crimes. It happens everywhere. Yes, Brent, I'm still in the South. Absolutely. And again, I don't have bad interactions with white people. I'm not here to start a race war or anything. I'm just talking about one specific situation that I don't agree with. I'm allowed to say, hey, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that. That doesn't mean that I'm out here saying that, white people are just out to destroy black people. I'm saying this story, this situation is just tragic. Jay, black crime was solved in the 90s. They're just fear-mongering about black crime when we live in the safest era thanks to 3 strikes. Absolutely. Crime is definitely going down. Mass incarceration, the 3 strike laws. Like, crime is not as bad as it was in the 80s and 90s. Not at all. It is definitely safe out here. Definitely. And if you see people getting arrested for things, it's petty stuff. They love to talk about Chicago. But that's just one city. That's one city out of how many other cities in the country? That's just one city. But they love to bring it up. But what about all the other cities with little to no crime? They don't bring that up. When you look at the RICOs, y'all see when those gangs get picked up in RICOs? Do y'all know the majority of those people have never killed anybody? But because they are attached to that gang, they are all swooped up in the RICO. And it's maybe one person in that group that took a life. Maybe 2. But there's 20 people there. But just because they're associated with the gang, they have to go to jail too. You got people who were just riding in the car when somebody took the life of somebody else. You know what? They got to go to prison too. They got to do life too. Not everybody that goes to jail actually took somebody's life or did any crimes. You got people who had no clean records. Things happen. But we live in a safer society than we ever have before. Crimes happen, absolutely. When population growth or movement of people from one country or one city to the next, you see these overcrowded cities, there's going to be crime. When you saw those Caribbeans moving up into like DC, Philadelphia, New York, you saw a rise in crime. These are things that just happen. What's good, Gerald? But it's sad. I'm sad for the families. Get the leeches away from you, Anthony family, because they're going to do nothing but mess up what your ultimate goal is, to have your son home, right? If people ain't actually helping that goal, get them away from you. Go get you your pastor. Don't go get some youth pastor, some YouTube pastor, some Instagram pastor to try to speak for you. Salute to everybody. Make sure y'all have liked the stream and y'all following the socials, because I want y'all to keep up with me. You know, when I see young people get arrested for these crimes, some of the things they get arrested for, it's very clear there's no mother, there's no father, there's no structure. But with Karmelo, there was a structure there. When somebody, let me tell you something, when somebody's backed into a corner, man, they are going to strike out. And y'all may not like it. Just like y'all told me, that you can't tell people how to respond. I said, okay. Y'all told me, listen, Jay, you can't tell people how to respond. I said, okay. I can't tell y'all how to respond to situations. Y'all respond how y'all want to respond. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else in the sentencing. The judge is trying to speed this thing along. What a disgrace. All right. Y'all want me to talk about some other topics while I'm live? Let's see. Paul Pierce he's going viral right now. Let's see. Like he crashed out on his podcast. Let's see. And this thing is going viral on X right now. Him there with Azar. Okay. Let's see. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and play it.
Which is funny because this other OnlyFans girl, Sophia Rain, she's like a little white girl. She said that an NBA player offered her $15 million to take her virginity, quote unquote, because her whole thing is she's a virgin. Oh my God, I'm innocent. First of all, she says it's the truth.
That's cap. That's cap. Ain't nobody offering nobody $15 million to get some cooch.
Well, she says
I promise you that. She cap.
Oh, Lord.
She is not, ain't nobody $15 million. Man, get the fuck out of here. Oh man,
so
people just be saying shit, and I don't know who this girl is or like she. Man, let me see a picture of this girl right now. Let me see what 15 million look like. Hold on, dog. I gotta see this. 15 million. Let me see. Wait, hold on. That's her? Nah, that's not her. That's her? Nah, she cool for like 500.
You stupid.
Nah, 15 million. Get out of here. That look like, matter of fact, discount, 300. Get out of here. I'm going down to 150 now. Yo, walking. You ain't got no swag with your walk. Nah, I'm good. Nah, we good. 15 million? Who is this? Man, get out of here, man. I'm tired of this shit. 15 goddamn million. Man, you know what I'm mad though? I'm calling out all you goddamn streamers. I'm calling out all you other motherfuckers who ain't got no talent getting money. This is what y'all doing because y'all really nerds.
Let's run that back real quick. I had to step away real quick. Let's go through that. Let's go back here. Now, Paul Pierce is saying that he wouldn't want to pay money for that particular person. I agree. A $15 million is crazy for a chick that's not even a virgin. Where did it go?
Who is this? Man, get out of here, man. I'm tired of this shit. 15 goddamn million. Man, you know what I'm mad though? I'm calling out all you goddamn streamers. I'm calling out all you other motherfuckers who ain't got no talent getting money. This is what y'all doing because y'all really nerds in real life and y'all going out here spending money on these chicks because y'all couldn't get them in real life because y'all weak.
Well, let me. This is my only thing with Paul Pierce. I think you're pointing in the wrong direction, bro. If anybody is to blame for extra average women being boosted up, we got to start with the professional athletes. Why do you think these women go and get BBLs? They go and get BBLs to impress these NBA players, these NFL players. You need to point the finger at them first. Because nobody been simping like a professional athlete been simping. And they've been doing it for well over 10 years with these Instagram models, OnlyFans heifers. Why do you think that she's saying NBA player? That's why he's upset. Because she is singling out an NBA player. Because NBA players are some of the biggest tricks out there. Look at James Harden. You need to point the finger. Yeah, Zion Williamson. Those are the people you need to blame. Blaming streamers. Streamers only continued what these NBA players started. They were the main ones tricking off on women like Sophie Rain. So he needs to call them out, but he doesn't. He's talking about streamers. Bro, you need to look at your fellow athletes. Those are the dudes who've been putting these heifers on a pedestal, wifing them up, having kids with them. Anthony Edwards. Like, come on, man. Yeah, LaMelo Ball.
And y'all only popular because y'all get money off of this and that, and y'all ain't got no game. So y'all go out here and putting the price of a girl up to a certain level to where now you got all these girls out here thinking that they can get dollars like that. That's why she said that shit like that when you got cats out here like, hey, yeah, give you 100,000 to $1 million. Man, this shit is weak.
Nah, man, nah, bro. No. Don't run from this accountability. Don't run from this accountability. Nobody been tricking. Nobody used to trick off on these women more than NBA players. These girls sitting courtside at games. Y'all out here going on vacations with them. Y'all were the main ones putting these chicks on a pedestal. The streamers don't really put them on a pedestal. They just interview them. Y'all were the ones flying them out, giving them money, taking them shopping, taking them on vacations, having kids with them. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, the Diggs brothers, the professional athletes were the first ones to really make it a trend for women with big assets to get attention. Because those were the girls that they were around. And then other women saw that and they emulated that. You got to point the finger at them. It ain't got nothing to do with the streamers. We got to look at your fellow athletes.
Y'all need to slow y'all roll. I know motherfuckers, y'all ain't mad at y'all getting y'all money, but like y'all driving the price up too much to where y'all got these girls out here all in their head thinking they could just like, it's squares out here. It's real squares out here y'all following. Really. And they paying these females hundreds of thousands, millions, and gassing them up. So now motherfuckers come out and they like 15 million. Yeah, all right. Here, a pack of gum. Take that. If you don't want that, get out of here. I ain't rolling, dog.
To Jay, I'm a Gen Zer. But you remember two basketball players fighting over Tony Braxton, two NBA players? I don't remember that. You have to remind me. Because I think I forgot. But yeah, that would have been a ways back. But listen, I know the people look at what the streamers do. You got Neon with Iggy Azalea, but they make content together. They make money together, right? Nobody's tricking off on them more than professional athletes. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I get what Paul is saying. I'm not here to disagree. But I'm just saying, like, nobody used to fly these chicks out, give them money, buy them things more than these professional athletes. They were the main ones tricking off. Why do you think so many of these women chase after athletes? Because they want that lifestyle too. They know that you're going to give them that lifestyle.
This world is all fucked up. There's too many nerds getting money and getting too much money. And this is what they doing. And that's why these girls is acting like that. That's real talk.
Like, that's the thing. Like, the streamers get boxed like that though? Like I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that now. You know what I'm saying? I know these guys make content with them. These chicks are content to these dudes. Like they're content to them. Right? But it's the professional athletes. They're not making no money with these chicks or off these chicks. They are taking care of them. Right? That's why I tell you, Anthony Edwards. Like, come on, man. Are you serious? Because they were the main ones for years doing that.
That's what I see. That's real talk. It's real lames out here getting money because they're in front of a camera and everybody following them. They follow their life. Who are y'all? I don't care. Y'all come say whatever to me. Pull up on me. Y'all lames. Because this is what this is created from y'all. You influencers, you streamers, and now you got y'all paying these females, and this is what we get. A girl saying somebody offered them 15 million.
That had nothing to do with the streamers though. She just started in OF and then declared that happened. Like that, I don't know if the streamers did that, but NBA player. Yes, that's what I was thinking about. I'm thinking of that. I was thinking of that, Alex. I was thinking it was Jason Jason Kidd and Jim Jackson. Yeah. Yep. But Jason Kidd had a lot going on. Jason Kidd had a lot going on at the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like the streamers make money off. They put these heifers to work for the most part. They making money off of them. They not really like when you see these girls on these streams, they're there for these guys to get numbers, to make money. That's what Fresh and Fit does. They bring women onto the platform to get views, to get donations. You know what I'm saying? And they fake pretend to hate those girls, right? But meanwhile, we'll tell you, and I heard Myron say this out of his own mouth. Hey guys, when these girls come on the show, you need to go subscribe to their OnlyFans. So maybe he's talking about Myron. Because Myron said that out of his own mouth. Myron said he told his followers they need to go subscribe to them chicks' OnlyFans. I heard Myron say this. What was it, last year? It was either last year or 2024. I heard Myron tell his audience, y'all need to go subscribe to them girls' OnlyFans when they come on the show. That's what he said. That's what he said. So maybe he's talking about Myron. Maybe. I don't know. That's my opinion. I have no proof, but I'm just saying. Because the other streamers that I see, they make money and get views off of these women. They're not really spending money on women like that. Right. Brittany Renner. Yeah, Brittany Renner exposed. She said athletes are some of the dumbest, right? When it comes to women.
And that's real talk. I don't care what nobody say. That's what it really is. Tell me, prove me.
Azar is just loving this right now, right?
Me wrong.
He ain't talking about no women.
Come on. Prove me wrong. It's lames out here with money, and that's why the price is going up like this. Because if you didn't have no money, you really can't be hanging out with these bad ones and being in the club in the section. You got a cat over here. He don't even know how to dress. He over here got glasses on. He looking lame, but he in the section. He got 20,000 in bottles. So now he cool.
Is that definitely Neon?
Ooh, man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all still lames to me. Get out of my DMs. I ain't doing no interviews with none of y'all. I ain't going on nobody's stream. Get out of here. Y'all lames to me. Let's go. What's the next topic? Get the fuck out of here.
So going back to what I was talking about Diddy and Daphne.
So listen, I'm not saying that. Listen, Paul Pierce thinks that is cap that an NBA player is offering her $15 million. But I'm saying this because I'm telling you the reason why she said this. Shout out to Kevin from Brooklyn.
Antonio Cromartie on Hard Knocks naming kids. Person face palming medium
right.
dark skin tone,
Yep.
open mouth smile.
Yep. Antonio Cromartie, having those kids out of wedlock. Absolutely. Absolutely. Having them kids out of wedlock. And these athletes, man, they just, the discipline ain't there when it comes to that. But she mentioned NBA players because she knows and she talks to people. She talks to these girls. They know who's in their DMs trying to fly them out and who isn't. And it must be mainly NBA players. And that's why she's saying this. It looks like I'm buffering. Hope I'm not buffering. But I think I'm buffering. I think I'm buffering. Hold on. I think I'm buffering. All right. Trying to stop the buffering. It does that every time I'm on the stream for longer than like when I'm on the stream longer than like an hour, it just starts buffering. Yo, am I buffering? Yeah, streamers are not offering that girl no 15 million. Come on, man. You know these NBA players are they make a lot of money, and they're the ones offering these chicks money, man. But we all think it's cap. We think that what she said is a lie. But that doesn't mean that these guys haven't offered, something. It says I'm good. Okay. All right. Multi-streaming also. So, let's see. I want to talk about Gayle King while I'm here on live. Hold up. Gayle King is desperate for a man. After all these years, she's saying ain't no Oprah rumors. Y'all know those rumors about Gayle King that she was Oprah's lover? She said them rumors are not true. And she, I guess, was married once, and then he cheated on her. And, she, I guess, stopped dealing with men and stopped dealing with relationships. Not men, but stopped dealing with relationships. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Gayle King is manifesting a Tom Brady romance. Y'all see this? CBS Mornings co-host gushed about the retired athlete during a Thursday interview with The Office romance co-stars Jennifer Lopez and Brett Goldstein. The journalist, who's 71, brought up Brady when Goldstein wrote that he was writing a movie for King. This is the wrong article, but this is one of them. Nah, this is the wrong one. She did an interview. I need to find that interview. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh, okay, here it is. Oh, here it is. Okay. King's comment came 1 week after she appeared on Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast and teased a crush on the ex-NFL player. She name-dropped Brady while sharing her hopes of dating someone younger, so she wants a young man. So now Gayle King wants a young man. Okay, right, so I'm good. Now, have y'all noticed all these older women want a younger man now? What happened to all the men their age? Y'all remember all these women talk about they don't want a young man, they want a man their age? What happened? You know what this tells me? One, that, Gayle wants to get her back, she wants to get her back broke. And two, the men her age, either they don't have the energy she's looking for, or they just not looking for her. But now these older women are talking about getting with younger men. No, it was a rumor that Gayle and Oprah was lovers, but Gayle has denied that. She said that's not true. But now, Gayle at 71 is saying that she wants a young man. You know what I'm saying? She wants a young buck. She tired of dealing with these older men that won't, I guess, that either don't want to commit or, she wants that youthful energy around her. But trying to talk about how she wants Tom Brady is definitely delusional. King clarified she says she want not someone that could give birth to, but younger, like Tom Brady's age. Say she just want Tom Brady. And say she had to stop herself from going, "You are so good looking." That's what she said. You're also terrific. Tom will appreciate the sense of humor. Tom Brady. Out of all the men that she could lust for, she's lusting for Tom Brady. Tom Brady is not trying to date no older women. Tom Brady is out here trying to get with these younger girls. He's connected to this younger female and that younger female. He's not trying to date. Yeah, Gayle wants her back, bro. Absolutely. Talking about she wants Tom Brady. Elsewhere in May episode, King opened up about her ex-husband, William Bumpus, cheating on her with her friend during their marriage. She has not publicly dated anyone since the divorce in 1993. I might need to go to that article. Gayle detailed the devastating moment she walked in on her ex-husband cheating on her with her good friend. Says she came home and caught him. She said of her ex, William Bumpus, to whom she was married from 1982 to 1993. While on Wednesday episode of Call Her Daddy podcast.
Love the content and tell the chat to like the stream.
Appreciate that, actual David Henry. Salute to you. And make sure that y'all like the stream, fam. She told the other woman who was in a towel, "I can't believe that you are here and that you are doing this. I can't believe that you are doing this. And I even said, I thought we were friends. It sounded so pitiful." Let me tell you something, Gayle. And Gayle probably learned that. She probably learned that women can't trust each other. Women will always look to get what you have. And that's what happened to her. This is why you don't have too many single friends. If you are a married woman, you might want to have married friends, because having single friends, I'm assuming this woman is single, I don't know. They're going to want what you have, right? They're going to want what you have. I guess as William there and their son, she just putting them all out there, right? Putting the business all out there. To make matters worse, King accidentally triggered their home alarm system when she got there. The cops who arrived on the scene asked, looks like we have a gift from Shaquan Stewart. Shout out to Shaquan Stewart with the gift. I appreciate it. Let's see. To make matters worse, that's arrived and asked for the anchor's autograph after recognizing her from the local news. Just imagine, you're on the local news and then you get caught up in this, So I wanted to say, could you take out the trash? But I didn't. King, who's 71, recounted to host Alex Cooper, adding that she didn't want the police to know what was happening. So I just wanted to get them in and out as quickly as possible. For King, the most important part was to protect her children, daughter Kirby, now 40, son Will, who's 39. Despite wanting to keep the attorney's affairs under wrap, the mom of two thought about calling her friend's husband. Oh, so his friend was married too. Okay. Well, that goes that theory, right? Bumpers begged her not to, claiming that the woman and her husband had a good marriage. And obviously they didn't. Obviously they did not. He eventually took the other woman to the train station, leaving King to ring her best friend, Oprah Winfrey. The talk show host, who's 72, had some sound advice for her longtime pal. And by the way, she hasn't dated anybody since publicly. King shared, she said, well, call her husband. I go, you think I should call? She said, yes, call. The woman's husband didn't believe anything happened between his wife and Bumpus. She said, I said, okay, you think I should get some help? Does your wife have a pink satin pajama top? Does she have some green mint undergarments that go with that? And, oh, by the way, there are some fluid in her bed. So I am delusional and out of touch with reality. Yikes. After telling the gentleman to go F himself, King hung up the phone. So why are you mad at the husband? Why would you more upset at this woman's husband than you're at your husband? Y'all see how crazy this is? She was more upset at her friend's husband, who had no idea this was going on, than she was upset at her husband for cheating on her. But you're mad at your friend's husband? Why would he believe you? He thought you was a hater, probably. The news reporter was proud of herself, but noted that it did take over 2 hours before Winfrey had her convinced to call. The former couple gave their relationship another shot after the cheating scandal, but Bumpus ended up straying again, leading the pair to call it quits for good. Let me tell you something. Cheating in your home where you have a wife is never good. The author first spoke about the incident in 2016, which led her ex-husband to apologize for the philandering ways. Bumpus' rep told Page Six in a statement at the time, I have been haunted with this life-altering choice. I thought I have dealt with this privately. I publicly apologize for the major transgression that dramatically changed all of our lives. He added, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Gail and how she handled herself with grace. What's with these public apologies? Like, once the relationship is over, it's over. He should have just left the marriage at the first start if he was going to keep cheating, but to publicly apologize years later for what? Now, it was in 2016. This was during the Me Too era, so maybe he felt compelled to do it. But that happened in the 90s. Like, come on, man. While the exes are now on good terms, King couldn't help but poke fun at Bumpus, stating, I just saw him yesterday because it was my grandchild's christening. I just saw him. He ain't looking so good. No. You see that? She had to take a jab at him, talking about, but Gail, you've been single ever since. Like, you haven't been with anybody. And now you're talking about how you want a younger man. All of a sudden, Gail. Yeah, Gail is trying to get with a younger man, trying to get that back broken. That's why she's talking about dating a younger man. Gail, listen, you can't fool us, Gail. Just go out there. I'm pretty sure she done had some younger guys before. Like, she ain't new to that. You know, a lot of these women, these well-to-do women who you never see them in a relationship, you never see them with anybody. Because, again, there were rumors that her and Oprah were very, very close. But I guess she claimed that's not true. But her friendship with Oprah is very weird. Because she's around Oprah constantly. Even though she has her own career, she's always there for Oprah. She's always there for Oprah. Even though she has her own career going on, she's always there for Oprah. No matter what, she's always there for her. They're always together. It's never just Gayle King doing her own thing. She's always got to be with Oprah. That's her life. So to everybody that's here. I wanted to break the tension a little bit and talk about some side stories that I had while I sit here and kind of wait. Y'all can let me know in the chat, is there anything that I missed? Trying to see if there's anything I missed. I've spoke about I think the Karmelo thing. I think that's going to be a marathon, not a sprint. But the Citizen, I'm still waiting on that. That's no Citizen. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yo, I put this tweet up on YouTube, right? No, YouTube, damn. On X. This tweet has, in 2 hours, it has over 340 likes, 52 retweets, and 700 comments. Them comments have become a battlefield. Now, again, I don't have the biggest following on X. I have 4,800 followers on X, but I got over 700 comments on there. I hope people understand that comment changes nothing. I believe he was overcharged. I mean, I don't understand why people, and they're going to see it when this thing goes to appeals. It's going to go to appeals. I mean, it's going to go to appeals and it's going to be overturned. This case at first wasn't high profile, but it became high profile. It became high profile. And as I said in my tweet, I believe Carmelo Anthony will win on appeal due to being overcharged. You know? Yes, we will see. We'll see if I was right, because of course I'm right. But understand this. People who ran to that tweet, understand this. The impressions still count. I got over, 45,000 now. I think I'll probably get 100,000 impressions on it. Shout out to y'all for viewing the tweet. It's funny. I see why people, when they post things on Twitter, they get that adrenaline rush because people can you can post one thing and then everybody. And shout out to the people that's following me. Maybe you hate following, I don't know. But yeah, but I think that's it. I think this thing is buffering. But that's all I have to say, people. That's pretty much all I have to say. What's up, Rider Wise? Let me refresh this screen here. Refresh this screen. Man, I got almost 1,000 comments in 2 hours on Twitter on this one tweet. I think people are upset. Listen, you're upset at the wrong guy. All right. You're upset at the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? Be upset at the fact that he was overcharged. Okay. If they would have said, hey, this is second degree or whatever, it'd be very difficult to appeal that. Very difficult. But they made it so easy for it to be appealed. And, Gerald say he's looking at it now. It's crazy, right? Goddess was good. Like 2 hours. Like I'm seeing the notifications come in. And you know it's a bunch of white people going to everybody who's not celebrating, and they're attacking them. But you got to understand, your impressions benefit me. It benefits me as a content creator. I'm not just a tweeter. I can get on here and make video content because I make content. I'm a content maker. All right. Appreciate y'all being here. Salute to the moderators, channel members, the people that donated and sent gifts as well. Thank y'all. All right. Appreciate y'all being here. Again, I did not know whether or not I was going to go live and speak on this topic. But when I saw, what happened, I'm speaking my opinion. People don't like it. But too bad. Because that's what me as a content creator is going to do. We're going to talk and speak about this. They heated, right? They mad. Look, if you look at my comment, Gerald, you look at my tweet, Gerald. I just put a simple tweet out. I didn't say, I didn't scream about racism. I didn't talk about white supremacy. I didn't blame the victim, right? Because Austin is a victim. He lost his life, so he's considered a victim. All I said was that I believe that Karmelo Anthony will win on appeal. That's all I said. And they're angry. But it's like, who cares? The impressions, it benefits me. So you being angry or celebratory and you expect everybody to fall in line? But I thought y'all hate when people try to take away your free speech. You want to take away others' free speech, but you don't want your free speech taken away. So, all right, people. Shout out moderators, channel members, Patreons. Make sure y'all click that join button, join the channel. All right. And thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care and have a great rest of your night, all right?